Imagine a lake that behaves like a living creature, a lake that pulls in boats, logs, debris, and even entire docks, then makes them vanish without a trace. A lake that swallows everything. This is the mystery of Devourer Lake, a calm, silent body of water that has terrified locals, baffled scientists, and sparked legends for more than 100 years. Today, we're diving deep into the truth behind the lake that refuses to give anything back. 1. A lake with a terrifying reputation. Locals say the lake eats. Throw a branch in, it's gone. Leave a rowboat tied to the shore. By morning, the rope is there, but the boat is not. Even heavy wooden platforms and fishing nets disappear completely. The strange part? There are no waves, no major currents, no signs of flooding, and nothing on the surface to carry objects away. It's as if the lake has an invisible mouth. People living nearby avoid the water entirely. Children are warned, stay away. It doesn't spit things out. 2. Early stories, the first things lost. The legend began almost a century ago. Fishermen complained that the lake steals nets. They would cast them out, but the ropes went slack. The nets vanished into the deep, never floating back up. Then it got stranger. A wooden fishing hut built over the water disappeared one night. Locals heard a loud cracking sound, then a splash. By sunrise, the hut was gone. No planks floating, no debris, no clues. It was as if the entire structure had been pulled downward in one piece. Talk the missing boat incident. In the late 1950s, 3 teenagers took a small aluminum boat onto the lake. The next morning, the boat was reported missing. Search teams found no signs of capsizing, no scraps of metal, and, the most shocking, no bubbles, no oil, no turbulence. The lake surface was smooth, calm, and silent. Their parents described it as the lake swallowing their future. To this day, the boat has never been found. Newspapers at the time wrote, "The lake that consumes," and those who've ignored the warnings often regret it. 4. Scientists step in. By the 1970s, researchers were fascinated. Why would a giant drain? They measured currents. None. They checked for whirlpools. Nothing. They used sonar mapping. And that's when things got disturbing. The bottom of the lake had strange holes, perfectly circular openings, 6 to 20 meters wide, leading into underground caverns. They weren't natural. They weren't random. They looked like tunnels. This discovery led to a shocking theory. The lake might be connected to a massive underground system that acts like a suction network. When pressure changes underground, water is pulled down, and anything floating on the surface disappears with it. A lake with a built-in drain. But the scientists couldn't explore further. Drones malfunctioned. Cameras died. And one sonar robot was pulled downward so violently the cable snapped. Even the machines were being swallowed. 5. Local legends. The lake spirit. Locals, however, had their own explanation. One older than any scientific theory. They say the lake is alive. They believe a spirit sleeps in its center, and every so often, it breathes in, pulling objects into the deep. At night, you can hear faint sucking sounds across the water, sometimes long, slow inhalations, sometimes sharp, sudden gulps. Fishermen claim that if you're quiet enough, you can hear whispers rising from below, as if the lake is calling out for more. One legend says the lake feeds on offerings. If you throw something in willingly, it leaves you alone, but if you disrespect it, it takes what it wants. 6. The Swallowed Pier. In 1992, the strangest incident occurred. A large wooden pier, 70 feet long, was built on the lake's edge. It stood for only 5 days. On the 6th night, locals heard a deep rumbling. By morning, the entire pier was gone. Not broken, not washed away, gone. Metal bolts that held it to the shore were still in place, perfectly undisturbed. The wood simply vanished. Engineers inspected the site and concluded the impossible. The pier had slipped downward vertically, as if the lake had swallowed it whole. 7. Modern research. Something is growing. Recently, new sonar scans revealed something new. The tunnels beneath the lake are changing. Some are wider. Some have sealed themselves. Some have moved. This shouldn't be possible. Rock structures don't rearrange themselves within decades, unless something below is alive and expanding. Some scientists fear the lake is part of a giant evolving cavern system, one that might eventually collapse, break open, or feed in an even larger way. They've warned the local government, do not build near the lake. Do not swim. Do not test its limits. But people still go, and the lake still takes Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mysteries every day.